Students of standard 8, last time we had read that there was a policeman who was doing his duty. The second thing we read was there was a man who was waiting at the closed door of a hardware store. So the policeman goes up to that man to ask him why he is standing over there. And what does that man tell the policeman? That he is waiting for a friend, because it was an appointment made between both of them 20 years ago. Okay, so now a conversation. Now when we read the story further, a conversation starts between the policeman and the man who is waiting. Now see, we still do not have the names of any of them given in the story. So the policeman and the man who is waiting, so we'll call him the waiting man, okay? So 3.1 I am reading from page number 23. 20 years ago tonight, said the man, I dined here at Big Joe Brady's restaurant with Jimmy Wells. Now see, the name of the friend for whom he is waiting. The name of that friend is Jimmy Wells. And what is he saying? That 20 years ago, in the earlier part of the lesson we already read, that 20 years ago there was a restaurant over there. Now there is a hardware store at that place, okay? So what is he saying? I dined here with my friend. In dining, they both of them had a dinner together. My best chum, what does he call Jimmy Wells? His best chum means his best friend. And the finest chap in the world. And what else does he say about Jimmy Wells? That he is the finest chap, the finest person in the world. He and I were raised here in New York, and both of them lived in New York. Just like two brothers together. You know, when you have a best friend, that person is like as good as your brother. Okay, so both of them were raised together like brothers. The next morning I was to start for the west to make my fortune. So now see, if you look at America, New York is somewhere over here on the eastern coast of America. So this friend, he was to go to the west. Next morning the friend was to travel to some place in the west. Why? To make his fortune. Now see, so we can understand that this person is ambitious. This waiting man, he is ambitious. He does not want to stay at the same place. He wants to go out of New York to earn more money. Okay, say for example, we live in this city. Say this city, we do not consider Vadodara to be a very big city, okay? You must have heard about people in Ahmedabad, in Mumbai, in Delhi, Bangalore, all these are the cities where people love to go. Why? Because they are bigger, they give more opportunities. So many of the students, when they pass their college, they do not like to stay in this small place. They like to go to bigger cities. There are some who even plan to go abroad. Why? The reason is they want to make a better career for themselves. But there are some who love to stay at the same place. They do not want to go out of their place. Whatever opportunities that place gives, they are happy with that. So see, this is the very big difference between both of them. This friend who is waiting and Jimmy Wells. He is an ambitious person. He wants to go out of New York. He is not like that. Jimmy Wells is not like that. He is happy staying in New York. Whatever opportunities New York gives him, he is fine. The next morning I was to start for the west to make my fortune. You couldn't have dragged Jimmy out of New York. He thought it was the only place on the earth. See, what is he telling the policeman? That it was difficult to drag Jimmy. Drag means to pull Jimmy out of New York. Why? Because according to him, New York is the only place in the world. He was happy staying in New York. Whatever opportunities he gets in New York, he is happy. He thought it was the only place on the earth. Well, we agreed that night that we would meet here again exactly 20 years from that date and time. Okay, so first of all, the next morning the waiting man, he had to start for the west. Jimmy Wells stayed in New York only. Okay, so what we understand is what was common between both of them is both of them were best friends and both of them were brought up in New York. But what are the differences? Okay, one thing that is written about their ages. 20 years ago, that waiting man's age was 18 years and Jimmy Wells was 20 years. Then this waiting man, he had he was ambitious. He wanted to go out of New York to make his fortune. While Jimmy Wales, he wanted to stay in New York only with whatever opportunities he gets. But before they separated, they decided that they will meet at the same place and the same time 20 years later. Okay, say like in 2020 you make an appointment with your friend to meet in 2040, like that. Okay, so this is how they made an appointment, that we will meet 20 years later at the same place and at the same time. See, understand, this is a story written more than 100 years back. So during that time, means of communication like today is very easy, staying connected with your friends through such a lot of social media that you have. But 100 years ago that was not easy. Even making phone calls was not easy. Okay. Well, we agreed that night that we would meet here again exactly 20 years from that date and time. No matter what our conditions might be or from what distance we might have to come. Now see, this is the appointment. That they will meet at the same place at the same time, no matter what condition or how long we have to travel. That person may be in New York, may be out of New York, he will travel and come at the same place. We figured that in 20 years each of us ought to have our destiny worked out and our fortunes made. So if this person is 18, 20 years later he will be 38 and this one will be 40. So both of them would have made their careers. Both of them would have earned quite a lot of money. So that is what they will find out. That who has progressed more. Is it this person who has progressed more or is it this one who has progressed more? Who has made more fortune, okay? Whatever they were going to be. So they will figure out 20 years later that who has made more progress or who has become more rich. So the policeman listens to whatever the waiting man has to say. The way he said that they had made an appointment to meet 20 years later and all that. After that, what did the policeman say? Sounds pretty interesting. Now see, he is saying, yeah, your story seems to be quite interesting. Whatever you are saying is quite interesting. You are waiting here for your friend. It sounds pretty interesting. I am reading 3.2 from page number 23. Rather a long time between means 20 years is a very big time. You met your friend 20 years ago and now you are waiting for that friend to come here again today. Though it seems to me, haven't you heard from your friend since you left? Now see, the policeman is asking him one more question. What is he asking him? That in these 20 years, between this gap of 20 years, did you have any communication with your friend? Did you ever talk or did you ever meet your friend? Okay. Well, yes. So what is that waiting man replying? Well, yes. For a time we corresponded. For a time we corresponded means for 1 or 2 years they had correspondence with each other. Correspondence means mainly it is communication through letters. Okay. So they must have wrote letters to each other for a year or 2. But after a year or 2 we lost track of each other. But after 1 or 2 years we lost track of each other. Means the waiting man does not know where Jimmy Wales is. Jimmy Wales does not know where this person is. But both of them are going to meet today. You see, the West is a pretty big proposition. Now see, that waiting man is saying that he was not in New York. He had gone out of New York. He had gone to the West. And the West is a pretty big proposition. Means it's a pretty big thing. He had to do a lot of work and he had to keep moving from one place to another. I kept hustling around. I kept hustling around means I kept moving or hurrying around, going from one city to another. I kept hustling around over it pretty lively. But I know Jimmy will meet me here if he is alive. But see, he is sure of one thing. That if Jimmy is alive today, he will definitely come to meet him. For he is always the truest, staunchest old chap in the world. Why? Because he believes that his friend is a true friend. He won't forget that today he is supposed to meet his friend. So if he is alive on the earth, he was sure, that waiting man was sure that he will come to meet him if he is alive. Okay, what else does he say? I came 1,000 miles to stand in this door tonight and it would be worth if my partner turns up. Now see, this waiting man, he does not stay in New York. He must be staying at a place which is more than 1,000 miles away from New York. So what is he saying? I have traveled 1,000 miles to come to New York today. So it would be good if my friend turns up. Now see over here, we measure the distances between cities in kilometers. In the western countries, they measure it in miles. 1 mile is approximately 1.6 kilometers. So it is more than 1.5 kilometer. Okay, so a mile is a longer distance. Okay, so what is he saying? That I have traveled a long distance today to come over here and meet my friend. So that all that hard work would be worth if my friend also comes up. The waiting man pulled out a handsome watch. The lids of it all set with small diamonds. Now see, earlier people did not wear watch on the wrist. You know, there were watches which had a dial and there would be a chain. Okay, over here would be the dial and all that. And then there was a chain. And the men, what they used to do is, on the belt of the trouser, it would be fixed and the watch would be put in the pocket. Okay, so that is how the watches would be carried earlier. So he pulled out a watch. So pulled out a watch from where? From the pocket of his trouser. And you know the watch, the dial of the watch had a lid. Okay, so they had to open that lid and see the time. It was like that. Okay, there were no wrist watches were less used, but more was this type of watch. The waiting man pulled out a handsome watch. The lid of it set with small diamonds. Now see, the lid of the watch also has diamonds. We had a mention of diamond earlier also in his scarf pin. Now the lid of the watch also has diamonds. So again it shows that this man has made a lot of money. He must have become very rich. 3 minutes to 10, and when he opens the lid of the watch, what is the time? 3 minutes to 10 means 3 minutes are left. It's 9:57 p.m. Okay. He announced it was exactly 10 o'clock when we parted here at the restaurant door. And what does he say? That it was exactly 10 o'clock. So he is ready to wait for his friend a little more. Did pretty well out in the west, didn't you? Asked the policeman. Now see the policeman. He has already observed the diamonds in his scarf pin. He has observed the diamonds on the lid of the watch. So what is the next question the policeman is asking him? Did pretty well. काफी अच्छा किया लगता है. Means काफी पैसे कमाए लगते तूने. Because he is observing the way this man is having all these diamonds and this thing and that. So what is the next question he asks is, did pretty well in the west, didn't you? So you must have earned quite a lot of money. That is what he wants to ask him. So looking at the diamonds that this person has, the waiting man has, the policeman asks him a question. Did pretty well in the west. So what is the waiting man answering? See, I hope Jimmy has done half as well. See, he is not replying about himself. What is he saying? I hope Jimmy has done half as well. Means I hope जो मेरा friend Jimmy है, जो अभी आएगा शायद मुझे मिलने के लिए, वो मेरे से आधे level पर भी नहीं पहुंचा होगा. Means see, over here he is showing that he is arrogant and he is a little he is a person who is talking about the money and the riches that he has collected. Okay, so he is becoming like arrogant and he is saying that, see, I think Jimmy must not have even reached half of what I have achieved. So he is proud of his achievement. Okay, so he is boasting about his achievement. He was a plodder and a man gets into a groove in New York. Okay, and he was a plodder. He was a person who was interested in doing small things. And what else is he saying? A man gets in a groove in New York. To get in a groove means what? Doing a particular task as a fixed routine. Every day you keep on doing the same thing. That is called get in a groove. So this is what he is telling about Jimmy Wales. That he must be doing the same old thing and he must not have been so successful. Over here he wants to tell the policeman that he is more successful. He has earned more money. Jimmy might not have earned such a lot of money. The waiting man had to compete with some of the sharpest wits. Now see, what else is he saying? That he had to compete with some of the sharpest wits, with some of the most sharp and intelligent people people who are very quick at noticing and understanding things. The West puts him on a razor's edge. Means working in the West is like facing a lot of difficulties. Okay. So what is he saying? That Jimmy in New York, he is doing his work well. But when he went to the West, when this waiting man, he was in the West, it was like walking on a razor's edge. Means he had to face a lot of difficulties all the time. And that is how he had made all this money. It was not easy for him to get this money. He had to face a lot of challenges. So I am reading 4.2. You bet, I hope Jimmy has done half well as well. He was a kind of a plodder, though a good fellow as he was. Jimmy was a good fellow, but he was a plodder. He was not that ambitious. I had to compete with some of the sharpest wits going to get my pie. Means in order to succeed, I had to compete. What is this waiting man saying? I had to compete with some of the sharpest wits. Some of the very quick and intelligent people I had to compete with. A man gets in a groove in New York. It takes the West to put a razor's edge on him. So in New York, it is a routine, normal life. Okay, doing the same activity every day. But what is it in the West? It's like walking on a razor's edge. Means over here you have to face a lot of difficulties all the time. The policeman twirled his club and took a step or two. So now the policeman, he twirled his club and took a step or two. Means he is moving forward. Now he is ready to go. Okay. Whatever questions the policeman had in his mind, he has already asked him. So now he is ready to go. So he took a step or two. I'll be on my way. So what is the policeman saying? I'll be on my way. I'm going my way. He has to do his duty. He cannot stand there and keep talking to the stranger. The policeman has to do his duty. Hope your friend comes round all right. Okay. So what is the policeman saying? I hope your friend comes. You have travelled 1,000 miles to come here and meet your friend. I hope your friend comes. Going to call time on him sharp. Means are you going to wait exactly till 10 o'clock? I should say not, said the other. I'll give him half an hour at least. Okay. So, what is the question the policeman has asked? How long is he going to wait for his friend? So, what is the answer the waiting man is giving? That he'll wait for half an hour more. It must be already 10 o'clock, but he'll wait for half an hour more. If Jimmy is alive on earth, he'll be here by that time. See, he is saying this second time. He had said it earlier also that he knows that if Jimmy is alive on the earth, he'll definitely come. Again, he is saying this. So long, officer. Good night, sir. So now see both of them. They are ending their conversation and both of them are separating. Good night, sir, said the policeman. Passing on along his beat, trying goes as he went. Again, the policeman is on his duty. And what is this person doing? He is waiting over there at the same place for his friend Jimmy Wills. And what is he very sure about? That if his friend is alive on the earth, he will come to meet him. Moreover, he is also ready to give his friend half an hour more. He is ready to wait for his friend for half an hour more. Okay, the next part of the story is also very interesting. See that again, like earlier, copy all the points in your notebook. Last, write down the meanings. Have a list of all. See, this lesson has quite a few hard words. Okay, write down all the meanings in the notebook so that when you keep reading the lesson, it becomes easy for you.